Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Masculinity is about your actions. Your actions. Let me be very clear on that. Because you get some guys, they can look masculine. They can have their hair cut a certain way. They can have, muscular body and stuff, stand a certain way and all of that stuff, practicing beard game, whatever, wearing their clothes a certain way. Okay, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. Shoot, I've encountered some gay men, some feminine gay men who, if they ain't open their mouth, you would think they the most masculine dudes, just on their appearance. Appearance is just appearance. Masculinity ultimately is about actions. It's about being active. I've said that several times. Even in front of some people, I've said, hey, if you want to be masculine, you gotta be active. That's active energy. Like femininity is more passive energy. Masculine energy more is energy that goes out there and does stuff. As a man, you gotta do stuff. You can't sit back and wait. If you want to make money, you gotta go out there and make some money. Or even there's always a lot of talk about cold approaching women, or we're looking for choosing signals. Regardless of the case, you still gotta be active. Like, say she giving some signals or something, you still gotta be active. You still gotta be active. Now, let me be clear. If a woman ain't showing any interest, yeah, you still active if you don't go after her or something. But you still taking action. When you gotta solve your life problems or something, or you gotta make money, whatever you gotta do, you actively doing it. Like if you gotta solve problems, even if you actively doing it, you ain't just letting life happen to you. You gotta go out there and do something about it. What are you gonna do about it? I'll never forget, me and this young lady were talking about problems in the community back in the 90s. We were talking about it, and I will never forget what she said. She said, what are you gonna do about it? I was like, okay. I like how she said it. It was very powerful, because you're not going to just sit back and let stuff happen. You're going to think, okay, well, I can do this, I can do that. This is my part. I'm contributing. Whenever you, as a man, you're going to figure out stuff. You're going to figure out, okay, you need more money. Okay, are you going to go out there and get it? Like I've told the story several times when, even though I had my book business, and I was making some money, I still wasn't making enough. So I still had to get jobs. I still had to get a job, bringing in some more money. And any entrepreneur knows that. And I ended up getting 2 jobs that day. But I still had to go out. I wasn't sitting back looking at some newspaper at the time, or, looking online or waiting for something to come to me. I had to go out and get those jobs. You had to take action. Whenever a man takes action, when you're talking about being masculine, you taking action. Or even fixing yourself up. Because you got a lot of guys complaining. It's like, oh, well, I ain't muscular, or I ain't this, or, I ain't getting women. Okay. Well, let me use the example of getting women. Because let's be real, a lot of guys, they're going to be on this channel looking on how to get women. What are you doing to get women? What activities are you taking? Instead of complaining about how the women are, what are you doing? Are you doing body game? Are you dealing with any mental issues that you might have with women? Any hang-ups? What actions are you taking in order to get women? And I don't mean just in terms of just merely approaching some women. Sometimes you might have to do that. But what actions are you taking? How are you building yourself up? Like self-improvement itself is masculine. Self-improvement. What are you doing to improve yourself? And not even just to get women, but just to really have a better life. Now, if you ain't living the life you going to live, what do you think's going to happen? You think some politician is going to come along and change things for you? Or you think some spiritual being is going to come down and change things for you? As a man, you got to say, you know what? I don't like how I'm living now. What am I going to do about it? A man does that. A man ain't waiting. A man ain't waiting for some money for somebody or some magical thing or money to fall out the sky or something like that. A man is going to figure out what he needs to do to change his life, and he's going to take action. You know, it might be getting that job. It might be getting that certification. It might be getting that education. It might be learning something. It might be looking into something. You're taking action. Indeed, even if you're reading, you sitting in a corner somewhere reading something, you still taking some action. You're not letting it come to you. You taking action. You trying to change your life. You know? And that's what masculinity is about. Ultimately, it's about being active. You're not standing still. You're expanding. You know? It's masculine nature to expand your territory. There's nothing wrong with that. It's masculine nature to create your boundaries. You know? Shoot, that's being masculine. Anything where you are active, it's the active principle. You know? When I talk about the house of the man, everything is active. Being a warrior, you might have to actively protect yourself and your family. Being an eagle is an apex predator. An eagle don't sit back and wait for food to come to it. The eagle goes for the food. It's a hunter. Now for the house of the man, that just means he's going to think about stuff. He has a problem, he's going to logically think about it. And then the hunter, that's definitely, you ain't sitting back waiting. And in modern society, the hunter's going out there making that money. That's the money maker right there. In this society, to survive, you got to make the money. Even the healer is going to actively heal those in his presence, his family. And part of healing is sexual healing. He's going to actively take a part in the bedroom. He ain't going to just sit there and just be chilled. You know? No matter what. The house of the man, you being active no matter which pillar that you follow. And that's very important. And masculinity is about your actions. What actions are you taking? What actions are you taking to change your life? Because nobody, like I said, you ain't going to get, I don't care what your religion is, you ain't going to get some spirits going to change something. You know, you can pray, but you still got to take action. You can pray for an opening, but you still got to take action. If you want to change your life, you got to take action. Whatever you want in life, you got to take action. You don't like how your life is now. Okay, what are you doing about it? You going to sit there and wait for something to come, or wait for somebody to tell you something, or you going to take action? You gotta think on those terms no matter what. Masculinity is ultimately about taking action. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Okay? That's what it means to be a man. Okay? All right? So I want y'all to think about that. And I want you, whatever's going on in your life, I don't know. Everybody has something different. Everybody has a different demons they got to fight, different trials they got to face. Take action to do something about it. All right? So that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.